welcome Geminis to the Zodiac series. Keep in mind these are collective in general, so receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never give your power away to a reading or outcome. Remember that you're a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. So the topic for the end of February, the beginning of March, or it could be timeless Geminis, is are you mad enough? And kind of what we can constructively do with that anger to create positive change. But also remembering that anger lets us know that a boundary has been crossed and helps us create that change, right? It can sometimes bring us clarity. It can help us to release illusions, release limiting beliefs or things that were holding us back. But over a long period of time, it can be destructive to our system. So it's important that we do honor it in a way that is constructive and helpful for us. So let's go ahead and get into this. So for Geminis, you are going through an awakening, okay? So anger is leading you to open up your third eye and see things very clearly. Maybe you're seeing into different dimensions. Maybe you're seeing through illusions, right? Seeing more into the fourth dimension. Maybe you're receiving specific vision and connecting in with your intuition at this time that is bringing you clarity. So it is a thoughtful time. It is a time for you to kind of sit back and reflect with and sit with your anger, right? Be able to express in healthy and beautiful ways, but it's also bringing you the sense of clarity and inspiration, right? And then you have the magician energy. So then you're connecting in with the universe and you're manifesting and creating what you want to create in this world and in your experience. You're stepping out of the Eight of Cups, a stagnant routine, and you're embracing your magic and your own personal power. There's also, with the Death card, a necessary ending, and then there's new excitement. So there is like an old sense of self that is releasing and a new awakened self that is beginning, right? There's also this warrior energy that is coming through you. You are embracing and seeing and sitting with your shadow as well and listening to what your shadow has to say. Our shadow is not bad. Our shadow is the parts of us ourselves that we're not aware of. And when the light shines on that, we can integrate that into our experience. It creates a stronger sense of self and wholeness. And also we understand where our shadow is helpful for us, how our shadow helps us hold boundaries, how our shadow sometimes can connect in with like that warrior energy. But there's definitely this transformation that's happening within you. And then you have the Six of Wands, a glorious win, right? So anger is leading you to clarity, to you stepping back into your power, right? I'm seeing you, Geminis, as being someone like, oh, not me, like I can't help, or like my voice doesn't matter, or my project or my art doesn't matter, to like, yeah, it does. I matter. I've got this personal power. I have this vision. I have this ability to create. Like, you know, it's almost like you accessing these tools, these gifts, these abilities that were kind of dormant within you until you awakened. And now that you're awakened, you can do that. Now maybe you can instantly manifest. Now maybe, you know, you have this greater connection with source energy, with the universe. And you're able to create and bring about changes that before, when you were kind of stuck in this ho-hum sort of routine, you have broken out of. You've expanded your shell. That shell has cracked. That old identity is releasing. And now you have this kind of new exciting ability and this new perspective on your experience and who you are. And it's exciting. It's very exciting. So it's like this golden egg, you know, that is revealing a new you. And it feels great with the glorious win energy, right? You're receiving this positive recognition. Some of you are integrating in, again, more of a whole sense of self with that, the light and the shadow. You could be on some sort of platform where you're inspiring others. You're bringing hope and inspiration to others, right? That you are kind of this strength and this beacon of light, you know, in a time that is quite dark, right? You're realizing, you know, your light and you're shining that in on your shadow. And then that's bringing you a lot of clarity and awakening and helping you to create these positive changes. And some of you are inspired to do this because you have children, because you have a family, right? Some of you are inspired to do this because of your inner child, right? But this new beginning with the Page of Cups it's really exciting. And you actually, many of you are stepping into like this sense of leadership. It could be in your communities, it could be in your career, it could be in your friendship groups, it could be in your family, but you are stepping into like a more embodied self and this strength. And Gemini is like, you're not to be messed with. And what's kind of embodying when I say that, you know, that presence is embodying into your field, into your energy field. You are strong. You are courageous. You are brave. And now you're realizing how much power you have. Look at the difference between these two cards. And some of you, yeah, it's talking to the universe. It's manifesting. It's putting your intentions out there. It's saying what you want to see in the world, right? It's your intention. Some of you, it could be prayer, you know, depending on what you believe. But you're realizing that, you know, you can create things through your image and your perspectives and your intentions. Some of you are realizing you can instantly manifest, which is quite exciting when you discover that. Frequency aligns with it, and then you attract it in. And you're overcoming some sort of, you know, some of you, it was like you were asleep for a while, and now you're spiritually awakened, and your soul is like, yeah, let's go. It's so excited, right? Because there's other people for you to inspire. Or it's the next level of awakening if you already have. So, you know, anger is ultimately leading to awakening within, or awakening your spiritual gifts, or remembering who you are, remembering, you know, your spiritual power. Remembering your wisdom. And it's very exciting. And it's elevating you. Not just for yourself, but for others too. And it's deeply fulfilling. Look how unfulfilling that is. So I just feel this, this sense of excitement, this energy that has been dormant within you, that's now awakening. And it's helping you realize, you know, your personal power. And this edge that you have that you didn't realize you had. You have this edge now, whether it's like that intuitive edge, that inner knowing with the high priestess, because the high priestess has access to, you know, kind of like the forbidden knowledge. Some of you might have discovered this through reading, research, through books, or it was just time. Your soul's like, it's done. It's time. So I see you doing a lot of good with this and channeling this energy in a really, really positive way. And it's going to be healing to your inner child. It's going to be inspirational, you know, and it's a shift in your identity, you know, so have some compassion and patience with yourself when that is happening, because this old shell, this old consciousness, you know, is shifting, is releasing the self-doubt. It's releasing so that you can step into a place of leadership. And if ever you have self-doubt, reflect on what you've overcome. You know, I recently did that this past weekend, and I was just like amazed. So when you're facing challenges or you're dealing with self-doubt, look at what you've already overcome. See anything else here for my Geminis? Yeah, many of you have overcome with the devil energy, fears, you know, the ego holding you back, unhealthy patterns and routines, maybe even addiction. Some of you could be even releasing that, right? And then that's leading to this higher frequency, that's leading you to this space of clarity, because you're releasing things that were numbing you. Wow. It's an exciting time. That's very exciting. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me, Geminis. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never give your power away. Like I said, take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.